Good morning. You are still watching the weekend show. You are now onto the Entrepreneur Spotlight. My name is Lucy Ojite. Education, as Nelson Mandela says, is the most powerful tool you can use to change the world. And in the fast-growing world, especially in regards to technological advancement, artificial intelligence is here to stay. And as we know it, with our approach to problem solving and efficiency, transit into problem posing, creativity and innovation, especially when it comes to young minds. And we will be having this conversation. I think it's so timely as schools are opening for the new academic session on Mondays, especially here in Nigeria. Joining me to unpack all of this is Dr. Nkeiru Onyenandu. She is the proprietress of Eaglebreed School. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you. Glad to be here once again.
All right.
Yeah.
You're actually a returning guest on this show.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we're looking at education and the role of technology, artificial intelligence, in balancing that with creativity and innovation. What is the use or the tools of technology in balancing the education, especially for young minds and the learners in your school?
I want to start by saying that education these days is more advanced than what we had in those days, where you just have the learners, the teacher, and blackboard or whiteboard,
Yes.
as the case may be. These days, schools are incorporating a lot of things to make learning easier and better. Talking about AI, there are things that are now structured to help out to facilitate learning in schools. We also do that in Eaglebreed School, for instance. We have this class for children where they do robotics and coding, which is what's going on in the society at large. We also have audiovisuals where you teach children with educational tapes and educational materials.
For real-life simulations.
For real-life simulations.
Wow.
So we are doing all of that to make learning fun.
Oh, wow.
And to make it stick also.
You know, when you said having to inculcate robotics, coding, programming, especially for young minds, for the pupils or students rather in your schools, it actually brings these real life ideas that we see and bringing them not just to having the chalkboard as the case were, especially when I was in school then.
Yeah.
And it's actually a very good thing that you are matching the pace that the world is actually growing into. So having technology now as a tool, then we know that there are things that artificial intelligence can do, especially when it comes to problem solving. And where human intelligence becomes better is the aspect of creativity, of innovation, on having to tell the AI what to do. So how do you manage to do that, like inculcate creativity and innovation in your students?
Okay, we do a lot, and we start from the early years. Having in mind that we have 3 categories of learners, which I will talk about later. We start by, you know that the early years is the foundation of education. And once it is missed, once any child misses that stage, it will be a struggle all through. So, teaching those categories of pupils, we use concrete things. They can touch, they can see, they can feel.
Yes.
Things like balls. For instance, if you want to teach numbers, it's not just like going to the whiteboard to write 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
You can use balls, you can use blocks, different colors of blocks, different shapes of blocks. So it's an attraction. They are learning. Somehow they won't know they are learning.
Obviously, that makes learning fun.
It makes learning fun. Yeah. So citing that as an example, when you want to teach numbers, you can use those balls, you pick it, you count, you let them do the same thing with you. When you feel that, okay, they've learned that, you can send them to bring blue ball, give me a blue ball, give me a red ball. You are as well teaching color.
So using just one innovative tool, you are able to teach numbers, colors, etc.
Yes, and also addition. You can tell them how many blue balls do you have, how many red balls do you have. You are doing addition at the same time.
Oh, wow. You see, that is obviously like one of the uses of innovative learning as approach to education.
Yes.
And then you mentioned categories of learners.
Yeah.
I think I'd like you to expand on that.
I want to specifically talk to teachers out there. If you are listening to me this morning, I would like you to do this as you go back to school on Monday. Try to know your learners. The children in your class, know them one after the other. There are ones that are visual learners. Try to identify them. They learn fast when they could see pictures, charts, videos. They learn fast. The second category is the auditory. The ones that they just need to hear the discussion. They just need to hear you talk. You can involve them in discussion, just listening, maybe to audios. They are good.
Wow.
Now the other, the last category is kinetics or tactic approach. Those ones, they want to be involved. They want to do it.
Use their
hands. They want to
it.
hands-on activities. They want to touch the things. They want to do it. They want to do experiments. They want to be involved in doing it. And when you follow them closely, those ones do good in sciences.
Oh, wow.
So if a teacher is able to identify her learners or his learners in a particular class, it makes it easier for that teacher to teach those 3 different learners by combining the whole, so that no one will be left out in any lesson.
You know, I love the fact that you pointed out these categories of learners and how to tailor learning to that student, to a particular student, because we obviously have a system where they put education on a flat base. All of you learn maths, and then they don't know that personally there are distinctions. Person to person, their preferences. So when you tailor learning and education, especially in a classroom, you now bring people to shine out in the areas that they are gifted in, which is obviously the best way to channel creativity and innovation in learning. So you could just, before we wrap up, tell us a bit about your school. I think schools are resuming on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are situated at Brick City on Kubwa Express Road, Abuja. Our name is Eaglebreed School. We do what we are saying.
Yes.
Like in our early years, we do a lot of hands-on activities. We use EYFS, early years foundational stage. That's what we use. And that involves the children doing a lot of hands-on activities. Like I said, we also use Jolly Phonics, because Jolly Phonics helps us to teach those children at that particular level to read.
Yes.
We use that to teach them to read at that particular stage, so that when they move on to the primary section, reading will not be an issue to them. Because in Jolly Phonics, you have teaching a sound with a story. There's a story that is attached to every sound. There is an action that is attached to every sound. And there is a rhyme, a song that is attached to every sound. So there is no way a child will miss it. There is no dull child anywhere. The only thing you have to do as a teacher is identify who your learner is. Like I said, the Jolly Phonics, if a child cannot do anything, cannot remember sounds,
you can do with rhymes, with songs,
there's a
with all
rhyme
of
that goes with There is a story that you can tell concerning and there is an action.
So there is
You
no
know?
dull student, it's just
No.
the manner and the approach to learning
yes,
that
to
counts.
learning.
And time is so pricey, it's not on on our side this morning. It has been a fun conversation on education and artificial intelligence, balancing technology and innovation with Dr. Nkeiru Onyenandu. She is the proprietress of Eaglebreed School. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. More is coming your way on the weekend show. Aisha is on standby on entertainment. You wouldn't want to miss that. Thank you so much. I remain Lucy Ojiti. See you next time.